Alright, well, there hasn't been a whole lot of comments recently about my, recent start for Neo Scavenger, but that's fine. I wasn't actually planning to do a whole lot differently than what I was planning to do for this week. And you'll basically see what I basically mean by that. So, I can't continue because there's no save data because I died. That sucks, right? Alright, so last time I basically went with like myopia here, strong. I went with lock picking, mechanic, and ranged. And we're gonna do this again. Now, the reason I'm doing this again is for a simple reason that I didn't really last all that long last time. So, I did like one thing with mechanic skill. I basically used it to try and make that, Travois. And I used lock picking once, but that's about it. And that's all great and all, but I want to do a little bit more than just get a little bit and die. So I'm gonna skip all this reading stuff, or use mechanic here. Basically see what the mechanic does to read the door shut, stay shut. So using a common maintenance override code, you switch the door controls into maintenance mode, forcing the door closed and locked. The creature howls madly, slams in the door, and rams it a few times, but its muffled sounds recede again. Alright, so that's basically what mechanic can do for you if you don't want to take a sort of aggressive way of taking out the guy. You can just basically use your inside the crowd facility, dogman is gone. And if you want to, you can search the thing again, it'll give you the information. We'll climb out the window. You decide to go outside and see if you can figure out where you are, avoiding a broken glass, blah blah blah. We've already read all this stuff. Alright, so we're basically on the world map here again, and I want to note that basically every time you start a new game, this is a roguelike, so everything's going to be randomized, though there'll be a few things that are always going to be the same. You'll notice that there's this abandoned houses and trailers down here again. You always find one of these, and it's basically scripted to always be here. And if you just scavenge this again, you'll notice though that this part is different. So even though this is always going to be here, this tile set, the stuff that'll be inside the tile set may be different. So we got abandoned houses, we got abandoned mobile homes, and I can search all this stuff to basically find some stuff. So let's go to the mobile home first, and I'll use strong to try and get a little bit more stuff. All right, so rotted floorboard. Your foot slips through a rotting floorboard, causing you to trip. The scrapes and bruises still stinging for a while, but thankfully it wasn't more serious. No useful items found this time, and your activities alert nearby creatures. So basically, I scratched and bruised myself a little bit doing that. So that's basically something you have to watch out for with safety here. In this game, safety is very important because if you're not very safe, you'll basically hurt yourself like this. So that's basically a risk I take using strong. Sometimes I basically have this risk of happening, getting injured. But whatever. That basically just means that I'll have a bit of stuff over here. So we got a bit of bleeding here. I got a bit of bruising here. Apparently I can use the thing here. I can find Michigan or locate Detroit. So we'll do that. And if I go to the world map, Detroit's down on the map over here. Okay, let's scavenge again. Let's go search one of these abandoned houses maybe. And we'll use strong again for more loot possibly. And I found something useful. Great. So I found some water, I found some old newspaper clippings, I found a flashlight, which is now off and with batteries. I'll put that there for now. There's some shards of glass here, and some string. Alright, so let's read this stuff. So, some pieces of old newspaper. Super Soldier Program revealed. International outrage is the sentiment of the day, as the existence of the Eternal Protector Program leaked to the news outlets worldwide. The 47 leaked documents revealed the existence of a privately funded program for researching super soldiers in China, shocking governments worldwide, including officials of the People's Republic of China. Alright, so there's a little bit of news about China there. And to clean the air. Last week's smallpox outbreaks in Chicago, Minneapolis, and Denver may have prompted a nationwide grounding of all air travel, but the pandemic smallpox continues to spread around the world. Researcher Gary Barty of the Health Protection Agency in the UK says that this is no surprise. Using data that modeled the effect of travel restrictions on the spread of the pandemic, bodies showed that even in the best case scenario, a pandemic would merely be postponed by several weeks. This is assuming that 99.9% of all travelers are stopped after the first case. As you can see, he says, it delays things a bit, but even such an extreme intervention is not effective. So, you know, there's a pandemic, super shows in China, all the usual stuff you have to watch out for. Alright, I think I might want to do some crafting. So let's just do that. We'll put this over here. I'll get some me and Fred's and all that, because, you know, me and Fred's are useful for making slings. There's a sling. And there we go. Now if I want to, I can put a sling in my hand here. I'll put a rock in there. The sling was actually pretty useful if you remember from the, you know, the last episode. I actually managed to hit a guy pretty hard. The only thing about the sling is you have to watch out for your ammo count. You only have so many stones that you can sort of carry on you when you basically, you know, are starting out in the game. And what really happened there, I didn't really die because of, you know, poor, you know, basically combat skills more or less. It's because I didn't really have enough stones and I didn't really range the guys, you know, coming at me enough. And they basically killed me as a result. But whatever. Alright, let's do some more scavenging. So we'll go to this band mobile home. Use straw again. Second opening. While trying to access a blocked room, you get stuck crawling through an opening in the debris. You managed to go free again, but you lost quite a bit of time to the ordeal. So basically, that just, you know, cost me time. And we'll do this again. And no useful items found. That's always fun. Well, nothing you can really do about that, but whatever. Oh, I can turn this on. Okay. That's actually pretty important, by the way. If you can turn a flashlight on or off, I think it does affect how well you can do like scavenging. So, and I'm bleeding because, you know, I hurt myself. But let's actually turn the flashlight on and try scavenging a little bit. Yeah, basically look at this. Because I can scavenge for a light source, I can actually improve my you know, my safety a little bit and get more loot. So that's like the nice thing about the flashlight here. This is actually gonna be really useful to have around. Ooh. I just found a lot of loot. So I got myself a Pearson Wakefoot pack boot. We'll put that there. I found a plastic bag. It's in poor condition, but whatever. We also found a tarp. Okay. So I just found something really, really useful. It's a tarp. Tarps are actually really fantastic to find because you can basically make use of them to build yourself a sack. I'll put this on. I'll put this on. Also apparently found a shiv. Shivs are useful for combat if you need to. I'll take this off for now, and there we go. Wasn't turning around for me there. Here's some lighters, and there's some pebbles here. I can keep them for you know, using my sling if I want to, I guess. Put the shiv right there. Actually, we're gonna put the shiv. Well, we can put this here for now, I guess. Let's put that there. I'll put this here. I want the string for now. And I should probably just tear this apart so I can make stuff from it. The blue jeans here, so we'll do that. We'll tear those apart. Put that stuff in there. Or maybe we'll do that instead. And there's some Coca-Cola plastic balls here, which are sort of useful, but not really. They're containers, basically, so I'll keep them for that, but there's other containers I'd rather have. I'm going to put the shiv right here. I'll put the string in my hand for now. And I'll basically move on to the next place. Now, note by the way, there's a makeshift frag shoe over here. I can basically use that to put my foot, but I've actually found makeshift frag shoes that are not really that beneficial, so we're actually going to put this here instead. And I'm basically going to take the rags here. I'll probably craft some, you know, small string or medium string or whatever for the that. That'll be it for this area, I think. These shards are in terrible condition, most of them, but take the best ones here, I guess. Actually, I don't have room for these shards, do I? Or yes, I do. Here's something I can do, by the way. Here's like something I know with, like, you know, the biggest items in your inventory. You can always do this with them, right? And put them in your hand, because your hand is basically capable of carrying really, really big objects. So I can do that, and I can put those shards here. And I'm going to keep these shards just for cutting stuff if I need to, basically, is what the plan will be for them. And someone's calling, so I'm just going to see who's calling, and I'll be right back. And yeah, pause it, by the way. Alright, well, I'm back. Where was I? I'll put that shard there because I feel like it. Now, it's worth knowing, by the way, that I have these shards up here, as well as, like, you know, the shiv up here. If I want to, I can actually craft myself a shiv with, like, newspaper and one of these, like, you know, shards I basically have. Well, let's use this one, I guess. Yeah, you can make yourself a shiv if you want. And as you can see, the condition is basically based on the, you know, the power of a shard. So if the shard is basically weak, then it'll have, like, weak durability. If it's really strong, it'll have fairly good strong durability. I don't need to do that, though, so I'm not going to worry about that type of thing, but whatever. Now, we're basically just going to explore a little bit more at this point, because, you know, I basically got everything else I need here. We'll go up. I don't want to go into the dark, that's probably going to be a forest, or it's going to be probably, you know, some area that I don't want to walk into just yet while it's not sunny. Shoot, there's a guy there. He might be a looter, or he might be a bad guy. And he's got a gun, so I really don't want to deal with him. Ooh, goody huts. They're not really goody huts, but whatever. Alright, now I can scavenge in here. Now, it's worth knowing that because, like, I basically have these, like, lighters, these actually act as light sources for me. So it makes sense for me to basically use these instead of, like, you know, the other stuff. And as you can see, I can use strong and I can use this light source basically to get maximum loot and maximum safety, so we'll do that. And we'll see what I basically got here. So we got ourselves a makeshift noise trap. That's sort of interesting and not really interesting at all, to be honest. And we got ourselves another flashlight with no batteries in it. So, okay stuff here, I guess. What I'm actually going to do with this noise trap, I'm actually going to go like this, and we're actually going to just, you know, when I get the turns for it, I'm going to basically take it into a sort of small parts and handful of string and other stuff here, instead of what it is right now. We'll have to do it next turn. Alright, let's do the crafting. So, put this here. We're going to reverse it so that, you know, this thing's all, you know, turned inside out. And let's see here. I want to keep all the stuff here that's here, so I think this is probably a good time to think about maybe making a Travois, perhaps. How much string and stuff do I need for a Travois? Let's just go here. We're just going to type in Travois. Yeah, my keyboard's being stupid for some reason. There we go, that's enough. Alright, so for a Travois, you basically need to have 12 medium threads. Okay, I'm nowhere near that, so I'm not going to be able to make the Travois just yet. But I do want to make it. Alright, you know what? This is not something I usually do right away with a tarp, but this is something you can't do with tarps. So tarps are basically the special type of item that you can use to make lots of useful stuff. And one of the useful things you can basically make with them is a makeshift sack. So this is what I'm going to do with the tarp. We're basically going to turn it into a makeshift sack so it can carry more stuff. So make that. And I got this makeshift sack, which can basically put more stuff in. And I thought I should for it to be real best looking fine. So basically I can now like carry more stuff with the makeshift sack. I carry all this stuff if I want to. And why not? We'll carry the flashlights too, I think. Because flashlights are useful. You can use them for selling for stuff, as you can see, but they're also useful for, like, you know, lighting up stuff. And we'll go here. Basically, what I'm doing, you know, in the early games, just trying to, like, get yourself my, you know, some good stuff to basically make my life easier. So strong, light source. No, that's the right one. I'm using the weaker of these light sources, by the way, because this has more value to it. So I might want to sell this if I find a whole lot of, like, you know, these little, like, fire lighters, cigarette lighters. And I just found myself a flip-flop. Yep, a flip-flop. And I found another disposable plastic bag. That's useful. And more pebbles. Yeah, I'm actually going to carry around a whole lot of these pebbles because pebbles are actually more useful than not in this game, believe it or not. So we'll put all these pebbles like this. And if push comes to shove, I'll start throwing pebbles in people's faces. Because, you know, you can do that. Let's do that. You can only carry up to 10 dirty rags, so that's something to watch out for, but whatever. And you know what? Let's actually try and do some crafting here. You can actually take this half pair of binoculars and put a medium thread on it. And you can make yourself a scope with a strap. And the scope with a strap is actually something you can hang around your neck, so we'll do that. And I'll put it around my neck so I can basically, you know, see a little bit farther. Magnifying optics equipped, basically, with this thing. And this thing has no durability whatsoever, but whatever. It's still going to be useful for seeing a little bit farther. Alright, we'll use this again. Strong. Light source. Go! Ooh! A PW Tronics digital water tester. So, I'm not sure if you recall from, like, the last episode, but basically, these are really important for basically being able to let you test, like, water, you know, if it's basically good for drinking or not. I don't usually ever carry these things around, but that's basically what this thing's used for. So if you basically don't want to be taking, like, you know, water and, like, boiling it so you can drink it safely, you can use one of these, like, digital water testers to basically see if it's going to be safe or not to drink. But I don't really care about that thing, but, you know, it's there. And let's go up here. Another shack up there, apparently. Alright, let's go to the abandoned mobile home. I'll use the things here to get more loot. And we found ourselves the Ravager multi-tool, so that'll be useful. And a whole lot of medium string. That's even more useful, because now I can, you know, do stuff with this stuff. And we found a bunch of sort of parts. There's a Coca-Cola plastic ball with actual, you know, pop in it. Another tarp. Let's sort this out a little bit. Let's put this stuff in here. There's some old, you know, newspaper clippings to basically read from. I've actually got enough of these Coca-Cola pop bottles, so I don't really care about getting another one. That's actually better than my current blue jeans, though, so let's put this on. And we're going to put this on. We'll keep the disposable plastic bag over here. We'll put the stone right there. Another cigarette lighter with lots and lots of condition. That's cool. Put that stuff there. Let's read his stuff. So, a game of drones. To support the growing role of unmanned aerial vehicles in the U.S. military, Camp Grayling will be expanding its UAV maintenance and operations facilities. Planned construction includes 3 new hangars, an array of 8 landing pads, and a refueling pipeline, all connected via short-length runways. Facilities for supports personnel are also in the works. Local engineering firm Stansted Automated has been contracted to install an optical and radio registration system for automated vehicle guidance. The system will be one of the first of its kind, allowing both ground and aerial-based unmanned vehicles to navigate the facility without human oversight. And something fishy. Officials are investigating what may have killed some 100,000 fish in the Arkansas River, in the northwestern section of the state. Authorities said on Sunday, "This is the second mass extinction event to strike Arkansas in as many weeks, and the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission is still investigating the cause. So yep, stuff is happening in Arkansas, Kansas. You know, shifty stuff. It's about what you expect, basically. Alright, let's put that there. And I'm going to do some more scavenging. And we'll try and get more loot. Now, note, by the way, the durability in this thing is going down, you know, considerably as they use it more and more. So that's something to watch out for when you're basically using light sources, because it does, you know, make stuff go away. And more dirty rags, I'll put those there. More handfuls of string, I'll put right there. I actually have enough pebbles, I think, at this point. I can say 30 is basically enough, basically, to carry around early on off these rocks here. So, you know, I'm not sure I really need this shard. These are all in poor condition, but whatever. Yoink! We'll just do that to them. And let's go do a little bit more scavenging. And I got myself more dirty rags. Yeah, there's no lack of dirty rags in this game, by the way. You can get a lot of dirty rags. Another cornucopia plastic bottle. I'm actually really tempted to make another sack, by the way. That's something I might do. And I just may do that just for a simple reason that it makes sense to do that. Not sure I'll do it just yet. I actually got quite a bit of dirty rags at this point, but something I can do. You can actually put stuff in these cans, by the way, if you want to, like, save space. And I think what I'm going to do, we're going to put, like, say, the shards, and maybe the stones inside this, you know, tin can. Ooh, that's a nice shard right there. Alright, so let's just show off, like, you know, making, you know, a shiv if you want. So, I got, like, a shiv right here. We're gonna put this right there. We're gonna put the scrap full here. Next, let me make, you know, a shiv if I want to. Now, is that saying it's a poor... Alright, there we go. I made a shiv, but, you know, but with the durability, I decided to make sure I had the right, you know, shard to do it with. So there's another shiv, by the way. You can actually stack up these shivs in your inventory if you want. So one of the great things about shivs is that you can, like, stack a whole lot of them up. So I can do that with them if I want to. You know what? I should probably put the string in there. Let's just put the plastic bags in there for now. So we'll do that. And I should probably be carrying the sling somewhere, so... There. Yeah, basically I'm trying to, like, put everything I can. And we're gonna just drink this. Yump! That saved my hunger a little bit. And nope, by the way, but I got a caffeine high, so... This game's, like, very detailed in, like, all the effects it can basically do for you. So you can have, like, caffeine highs, you can have, like, you know... sweating happen because they're basically caffeinated and such. You have to be very careful sometimes of the stuff that you can do. There's another rock here I'm going to put right there, I guess. And let's just scavenge the last place here. So boom, boom. And I found myself an actual plastic bottle finally. I much prefer plastic bottles over to cornucopia bottles, so we're going to do that instead. And let's just get going, I think. Alright, player is barefoot and it cannot travel easily. One thing I know about this game is that it does like to emulate some of the really stupidest things, you know, possible. Like flippy floppies falling off their feet. Every so often you'll have like your flippy floppy fall off your feet if you're wearing one, so that just happened there. But whatever. Let's go up here. I'm going to do some more scavenging. Get as much loot as possible. And I just found one of the holy relics of scavenging, the crowbar with a strap. Yes, indeed, the crowbar with a strap. This thing lets you basically do stuff very usefully. And I got a crowbar with a strap on my body here for basically looting stuff if I need to. I'll note that those locked storage sheds that you basically saw in like the first episode, this is one of the ways of getting past them. You can use a crowbar with a strap to basically get by them. And they work really well. Alright, I'm now crashing after a caffeine high, because you know that can happen. And this is actually a good time to start making a Travois, because I'm in a woods. So let's go into doing that, I guess, because I got lots and lots of this like medium string and such. So we're just gonna go in here. I'm gonna use this stuff to basically get a whole lot of this stuff. I'll put this here, put that there, put this here, and that there. By the way, you can make like rough splints if you need for your like broken bones and stuff, but let's do this. Alright, what do I need for a Travois? Yeah, I should go in here for known recipes if I know what I'm after. So Travois, that is right here, a tool. I need mechanic skill. That's what I'm missing. Mechanic. There's a Travois to basically make. Boom! Alright, so we'll put this Travois right there. And now you're actually going to see me make use of the Travois for once. Because here's what you can do with Travoises. You can basically go put like lots of this like stuff they basically have on hand into like a Travois to basically carry around. And I should probably empty this out a little bit, I guess. So I don't like to leave stuff in like these like yummy soup cans, because even though they're containers, they're not something I want to use for actual containing stuff with. Alright, so here's something I like to do with Travoises. Basically with Travoises, I like to put stuff that is like, worth selling, I guess. So basically stuff I plan to sell, I plan to put into Travoises. So I'll put like anything like these, like, flashlights. I'll put the water tester. All this stuff that's basically for bartering, I'm going to throw in there. And I'll basically do this just for a simple reason that this is all stuff I plan to sell. So, I don't plan to keep it with me or anything. And let's see, I'm going to put this sling here so I have it ready in case I need to actually use it. And I should try and find more sort of parts and stuff, but you got to find that stuff, so I'm not going to worry about too much. We're going to throw all our dirty rags in here if I can, because dirty rags are basically, they're basically something you can you can make lots of money with, like, cheap money with, if you just decide to take the time to do so. And technically I could sell this for a little bit of money to Blue Jeans if I want. Though I could actually tear it into like, strips of like, if I want to. Alright, that's good for selling. That's basically got like lots of durability, so it's got a lot of value on it. Same with this one right here. I'm actually gonna put the pebbles and stuff that I plan to like use in like combat like over here perhaps. And I can put like the shivs in here as well. Actually, I should probably put like, the stones in here. Well, basically put all my combat stuff inside these pockets, for use. Put this stuff down here. I'll put the soup can up here. Isn't it fun? You get to see me sort stuff. And yes, this plays a big part of this game, just so you know. You have to sort a little bit of like, stuff here and there just to get by. Unfortunately. But that basically, I put all this stuff in a Travois here, so I basically don't have to like, limit my space and such. And that'll make it a lot easy for me to basically do stuff. And I wonder how much I can put over here if I want to. If I can put all this stuff in this over here, I can like take the plastic bag off and then, right, I can't actually do that. So something about the makeshift sacks is that you can't actually use them as like, actual backpacks or anything. So even though I have like all this stuff in here, I can't actually move it up to my backpack thing because they're not backpacks like the plastic bags here are. Though oddly enough, you can use these plastic bags in like here for like, carrying around stuff you need to. Let's do that. I should probably take just a few of these branches and stuff around just in case I need them. You can actually start fires like, you know, handfuls of twigs and such, so sometimes it's important to carry this stuff around. And we'll just do that. And I think I already pointed this out, but you can't craft like stuff like arrows and such, so you can craft like bows and arrows, which you can basically use for stuff. You can also craft, you know, it requires a range skill, and I don't really bother with it because it's basically a lot of wasted time usually, because you can usually find a gun or take a gun off an enemy, but whatever. Alright, well, I now have a whole lot of stuff on me, so that's cool. And I really need to find myself a real backpack to put this stuff into, but whatever. But I'm actually tempted to like just put this makeshift sack down for now. So whatever. Let's just get going. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. And I'm basically going like this, like sort of like circular type of like, you know, formation, basically around the Gaiji's cryo facility, so I can basically find stuff. Just for the first little bit. And let's just check the time. All right, it's been over 30 minutes. That's actually a good like stopping point, so to speak. I don't have like a very strong weapon, so to speak, right now, but I'm doing quite well, I think, with the game so far. So let's just you know, cut the game off here, I guess. So we'll basically see if I, you know, die horribly like I did like last time, early on, or if I actually manage to get somewhere. For now, take care.